crazy, man, how far we've come. And look at me and you are doing
the old
podcast.
school
I think you're in a broom. You're in a broom closet right now, and I'm in my living room.
Unbelievable.
Oh my God, man. What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another edition of Beyond the Diamond podcast here on the Apollo Podcast Network. Brian, LaLima, ApolloDez here with you. Follow us on Twitter at BLima790, at ApolloDez1, and of course at ApolloHOU. And Dez, let's get right into it. Since our last recording just a couple of days ago, the Astros took a series from the Rangers, and of course they took another series from the Angels. And man, oh man, we're getting that much closer to October. The dog days seem to be behind us. Look, the Astros doing what they're supposed to do, winning series.
Yeah, you win series, you tend to have a high seed in the playoffs. So good baseball all around. The Ohtani series and Trout series, it was just the memes all over again. It was Trout, I think, has like 7 days in a row he's at a home run. Ohtani shoved, and you'd be still in the series. That's what you do. And there's a lot of good things. Guys are starting to round into form. Some good baseball, stringing together. We're not living and dying by the long ball. So really pumped. This team's starting to turn it on a little bit.
I know we're covering the Astros here on Beyond the Diamond like we always do, but Shohei Ohtani is probably one of the most unique players that we will literally ever see. Mike Trout is arguably the greatest baseball player when it's all said and done of all time, and they play for the Angels, and Shohei will probably never see the playoffs as an Angel. Mike Trout has only been in the playoffs once.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, everything's been said a billion times, right? Like two generational talents, and they just can't build around it, and it sucks. But I also think the Astros fans and fan base, and even myself, I'm guilty of not appreciating them in the sense of like, because we see them all the time. We're lucky. Like we're going to get to tell our kids and our grandkids, like, "Yay, we got to see Mike Trout and Shohei Ohtani play baseball." Like not just like a one-off series, like multiple times over. And so I think that's really cool to sit back and be like, yeah, we got to see two of the greats to ever do it. So as a baseball fan, I'm going to start appreciating them a little bit more, and especially next year when it looks like Ohtani's probably leaving.
Yeah, we sit here and we knock Mike Trout for not hitting well at Minute Maid Park, and the dude could go like 0 for his next 100, and he'd still be a lifetime 300 hitter with the OPS of almost damn near 1,000. That's just how good he is. It's crazy to think about. And he comes to Minute Maid Park every single season, multiple times. How many games do they play against the Angels every year? Like 16? More than that, whatever it is. I'm bad at math.
I think it's like 18, 19 up there. Yeah. It's crazy. And our pitchers don't like necessarily give into them. There's a lot of really good innings against them, a lot of good approaches, like good game plans. And I love seeing our guys just compete and attack. It's almost like when we had Strami on, he was just like, look, if Barry Bonds is up with the runner, we're just going to pitch around him, right? But if it's no one on, let's pitch out of him. If he hits one and gets a solo tater, like, so be it. You tip your cap and you go on. So I like seeing our guys not kind of dance around them. They attack, and it only makes them better down the stretch.
Yeah, speaking of the Astros pitchers, Framber Valdez, 15-5 now. He got his 15th wins, 24 straight quality starts for the left-hander. What's a more impressive streak? Framber Valdez's 24 straight quality starts, or Mike Trout at this point has hit a home run in 7 straight games?
Baseball's hard.
Yeah.
To hit 7 tanks in 7 days, that's damn near ridiculous.
Dude,
that's dumb. That's so dumb.
So a quality start in Major League Baseball is no less than 6 innings pitched and no more than 3 earned runs.
Yeah.
So if you look at 3 earned runs, it's a 4.5 ERA, which in the grand scheme of things, a 4.5 ERA. Okay, but hitting 7 straight bombs in 7 straight games, like, that is really, really hard to do. Plus, but then on the flip side of it, Framber Valdez is pitching for himself, for himself against the opposition, meaning the hitter, but he's also having to deal with is Dusty Baker and Josh Miller and the rest of the staff going to let him get through the lineup 2 times. I know we saw the complete game, but that's just some of the things that he battles. You got the analytics, the pitch counts, and then let's not forget that every single outing, the umpires have a really good chance of being really bad. So Framber Valdez battles against that as well. So you compare the two, it's like really which one is harder? I don't know. I still think hitting 7 straight home runs is insane. But then also on the flip side of it, 24 straight quality starts. Like that's saying something.
Great.
Yeah, 24 straight.
Look, he throws every 5th day, like over 20. It's dumb. And I think the quality start is a little bit overrated. But I also think when you do it 24 times in a row, and the names that were associated with that, the Gibsons, the DeGroms, these guys that are going to be future Hall of Famers or already in the Hall of Fame.
Mike Scott.
Mike Scott.
Yeah.
Like I think that it when you get to that level, that number, like, oh shit, 24 in a row, like then you start respecting it a little bit more. Like you said, you can have a quality start and have a 4.5 ERA, right? But when you've done it over a span of 3 months, 4 months, that's pretty damn impressive. And last night, I guess it would have been the 12th of September, to go a complete game shutout in the year of 2022, like dumb. Like no one's doing that. Like the DeGroms will, maybe a Scherzer when he's just,
Ohtani will do as well. Yeah.
But to throw a complete game shutout for your 24th quality start, and really not break a sweat. Like he was flirting with a Maddox. Like if the 8th inning was a little bit long, I was like, oh shit, this may be a Maddox. Like a complete game shutout under 100 pitches, that would have been sick. But at the end of the day, a complete game shutout of the year 2022, when guys are getting pulled after 2 1/3 or whatever it is because they don't want to see the guy a second time through, that's pretty damn impressive. And we talked about it. We talked about it 2-3 episodes ago. Like, Dusty Baker treats Framber Valdez like a 1995 ace, a war daddy. Remember I said it? You guys, I should have said war horse, whatever.
Yeah, war daddy. That's right. Yeah,
war daddy.
I still don't know what a war daddy is, but we'll figure it out.
Like the dude he's thriving, and have you seen his Instagram stories after the game?
Yeah,
there's like 150. Like he just he loves it. No one loves Framber Valdez more than Framber Valdez, and I love him for that.
Yeah. 109 pitches last night as we record this today on Tuesday, September 13th. So he pitched on September 12th. And 109 pitches, a really efficient outing. If you look at his season stats, he's 15-5, 2.5 ERA, a whip of 1.11, 169 strikeouts. The dude's going to get Cy Young votes. He should get first place votes. He should get second place votes. He should get third place votes. Look, I understand that Justin Verlander is still sitting at 16-3, and it's
he may pass him.
I know he may pass him. Like, that's the crazy thing to think about. And again, Justin Verlander is on the verge of coming back into the rotation, coming off of the injury. But look, I still think it's Verlander's award to lose. But
is it because of his last name? Is it because of his last name and the backstory of it all? Like 39 post Tommy.
Absolutely. You have to have
deservedly so. But Framber, he's making it close. He's making it close.
How old's Framber Valdez?
27?
28? He's 28? Yes, he's 28.
Okay.
Check that for me. I'm pretty sure.
Right.
Producer Josh.
Producer Josh.
Oh, you're not here? Oh, okay. Don't worry about it.
I got it. No, look, I can do it.
I'm pretty sure he's 28.
28. His birthday is November 19th, 6 days after mine.
Okay, so he's coming up on 29. Okay. Justin Verlander is 39.
Yeah.
And look what he's doing. So, yes, and coming off of Tommy John, look, we know the history. So, yes, it's Verlander's award to lose still, even though he's missed a couple of starts. And then people bring up Dylan Cease. It's
an Astro 1-2 finish.
Yes, you're right. I'm not taking anything away from what Dylan Cease is doing this season, but it should be Verlander, and then it should be Framber Valdez, the 1-2 punch. And who was when we were at the Apollo House in West Palm Beach at spring training? Wasn't it little bro that was like,
little bro,
right? He did, didn't he?
He said Verlander and Framber.
And we looked at him like he was fucking crazy.
And he's
2 20-game winners. Like, both these dudes are flirting with it.
And he said they'd have over 100 wins. I think him and Garrett were the only ones that predicted over 100 wins.
Yeah.
So love him, hate him, love him. Little bro Taylor was nails.
Crazy to think about, man. Oh my goodness. Then you look behind them, you got Jose Urquidy. I know he got roughed up the other night, but what's he got, like 12 or 13 wins, I think. Urquidy, he's 13-6. I mean, it's Luis Garcia.
I think he
Garcia's
got
at 12. Luis Garcia's at 12-8. I mean, Hunter Brown, our dog of the week last week is getting his start right now as you speak. Hometown kid of Detroit pitching against the Tigers. Yeah, man, it's crazy to look at what Framber Valdez is doing. And I actually saw this afternoon that he was getting some finally getting some spotlight in the national media. What was it? What is Tony Kornheiser and Mike Wilbon? What is their partner PTI? Yeah. They talked about Framber Valdez. Crazy to look at.
Whoa.
Yeah, they talked about him in a positive way. Yeah, they were actually able to talk about the Astros, talk about Framber Valdez, the good things that the Astros are doing, and not mention the cheating scandal. Holy shit, mind blown. Like,
it's bananas that we're here seeing Framber Valdez be the guy that we didn't know he could be. We knew he had the stuff. We knew he could string an inning together, string 2 innings together. But to see this Framber Valdez, it's remarkable. We saw it in the ALCS where he shoved against the Red Sox in a must-win swing game. It kind of Jekyll and Hyde the rest of the playoffs, but to see the sustained success, like, I don't know. It's crazy the fact the Astros are just as good as the 19 team and the other team. Like, if you would have told me this year's 2022 team would have been like that, I would have said you're crazy. You're high. Like, they'd be a really damn good ball club. But now we're approaching levels that it's like franchise-esque best teams. Yeah. And that's without Garrett Cole. That's without George Springer. That's without Dallas Keuchel. That's without Carlos Correa. That's without
Michael Brantley.
Michael Brantley. Like,
the Astros haven't had Michael Brantley damn near all season, and they're still trucking along. Now, they had a healthy Michael Brantley. This lineup looks completely different. I think, dude, if they had a healthy Michael Brantley, when there were times where the lineup goes cold, which we've seen, I think he's usually the piece that's right there that's so consistent and so good. He keeps it on track. And you add in probably 6, 7, 8 more wins if you have Michael Brantley. But here the Astros are just trampling teams. I mean, how many games? I know we're gonna keep this topic, but they're like, the magic number is 10. And we're gonna keep that for later on in the week as we discuss it, on our next episode. And they're how many up in the AL, number 1 seed in the AL?
We're up 7, I think, with the game in hand.
Now? Is it 7 now?
I think it's 6 with the game in hand.
Yeah. It's just crazy. It's crazy. And look, with Framber Valdez pitching extremely well in the regular season, he needs to sustain it in October. We saw what happened last year. It's last year, but he's got that track record of, being here, and then boom, he has a game where he walks like 5, gets roughed up, goes back, like what we're seeing right now, 24 straight quality starts. Just sustain it and go into October and continue to pitch. Dude, with that 1-2, damn. And then look at number 3. Look at Lance McCullers Jr. Would you say Lance? Look, we watched the University of Texas. They should have taken down Alabama, and some people might say that Texas is back. I know Quinn Ewers is hurt. That sucks. If he stays in and stays healthy during that game, they beat Alabama. You heard it here first on Beyond the Diamond, Beyond the Gridiron, coming soon. You wait on it.
Soon.
Beyond the Gridiron. But in all reality, Lance McCullers, what have you seen? Can we say that Lance McCullers is back?
Yeah. I mean, I think the thing with Lance, he's just an ultra competitive athlete that is just going to give you everything. And it's truly a guy that loves the city, loves his team, and loves baseball. And to see him battle back, to see him first off put the team on his back for the ALDS and winning that, and then having the injury, missing 9 months of baseball, and then come back and like starting to get back into it all, that only elevates the floor of this team. And I'm just when you're trotting out a Lance McCullers Jr. in Game 3,
Yeah.
like what?
Right.
Like last year, he had to pitch Game 1 and Game 3. This year, he's only throwing Game 3 and then Game 6 in a 7-gamer. Like this team is so deep, and I think there's a lot of things that's not talked about. Baseball is one of the hardest sport, and there's a ton of ego. And I think this team just checks it so well out the door. 1 through 9, the guys on the bench, 1 through 5 in the staff, everyone in the pen. Like they're not afraid to not be the guy. Like they cheer for the others to be the guy. And if they're in a bullpen role to piggyback a start, they're gonna come in and chunk. And I know a lot of people are like, who's off the playoff roster, who's in on the playoff roster. Like Javier and Garcia are probably out of the rotation in the ALDS, but that means they can empty the tank for 2 innings to bridge it and give it to a Montero, to a Stanek, to a Neris, to a Presley. Like that's good. Like argue all you want on Twitter, do what you want, but that elevates the team. And I think we got away from that. I think we did it really well in 2017 with the piggybacks. And then in 18, 19, we got injured a bit, but that formula is there. Like piggybacking starters and then giving it to your dudes out of the pen. That's how you win championships.
Yeah. And as we talk about Lance McCullers, one of the things that people talked about and were worried about was, well, what kind of role is Lance McCullers going to have when he gets back from being on the IL? Is he going to be out of the bullpen? Is he going to be a bridge guy? How many times can he get through the lineup? And if you look at these innings logs, he's started 5 games so far, 1 against Oakland, 1 against Atlanta, 1 against Baltimore, 2 against the Angels. He's gone 6 innings, 5 innings, 5 innings, 5 2/3. And then this past Friday, September 9th against the Angels, in which he got a win, he went 7 strong, only gave up 4 hits, 2 earned runs, gave up a bomb, walked 1, struck out 6. So it seems like there really is no limit on innings or pitches. That's always a good sign. And, the command, like what we saw from him last Friday, is that the command of all of his pitches was there. It was a little rusty because you got to think about it. And I heard James Click say it last week on our show on 790.
Plug it.
I was going to do it.
Plug it.
Look, it was on the Sean Salisbury show every Monday through Friday, 6 a.m. to 10 a.m.
On 790.
On Sports Talk 790. He joins our show every Wednesday, and he said, Lance McCullers is pretty much in April when everybody else is in September. Like he's in April and May, and everybody else is in September. Like think about it that way. He's only had 5 appearances, 5 starts, and we saw him throw 7 strong. He's only going to continue to get better and better and better. That's a weapon to have come October.
Huge.
There isn't going to be anybody else on the pitching staff with fresh legs and a fresh arm like Lance McCullers Jr. And he's going to be your number 3.
It's
crazy.
And we were very fortunate to shoot this past week the Kyle Tucker, Lance McCullers, Jose Altuve Foundation Gala team up event. And we honestly, what we do every day is just weird. Like what we do, I can't believe how far we are and the relationships we have with the guys. But for them to take time,
you guys look very dapper. By the way,
yeah, I try to clean it up.
Yeah, I had to text you guys twice to get a thank you, but it's neither here nor there. The boys looked good. I was proud of you guys. I was happy to see Colin make it out. Garrett, Noah, Josh.
They cleaned up well, yeah.
Yeah, they cleaned up nice, man. Nice. Garrett and Noah got their unique styles, and two guys in one film. They looked good.
2 guys in one film.
Yeah, got to hang out with Jose Urquidy, Yordan Alvarez. You guys look nice, man. Nice.
Thank you.
Yeah, especially Josh, man. Producer Josh.
Look, hey, camera 2, Josh.
Are you there?
Oh, Josh, you there?
Hello,
Josh, you there?
You got him on yours because I don't have him on mine. All right, we'll find him. He's usually in sweatpants or gym shorts, and for him to put on a pair of Dockers, nice.
No, dude, full suit.
Nice.
Yeah.
Looked
Got him in
good.
full suit. Yeah.
Yeah, crazy, man. How far we've come. And look at me and you are doing
The
this
old
podcast.
school
I think you're in a
Damn
broom.
result.
You're in a broom closet right now, and I'm in my living room.
Unbelievable.
And, oh my God, man. But in all seriousness, you guys look good, man. I'm happy and proud that you guys went out and shot some content, got to hang with the boys. And yeah, it's crazy,
Dude,
to see how far we've come as a team. And now we've garnered relationships with guys like Lance McCullers, Kyle Tucker. I mean, the list goes on. Bregman and Tyler Straub and all those guys. And yeah, it's crazy to think about. What is life, right?
what is life? But the thing is, too, like, it doesn't turn off. Like, we're sitting there talking with Lance and Breggs, and we're just, there's more money in that room that in a game of Monopoly we'll ever see. Like, it's just dumb. I mean, we're just a bunch of slapdicks hanging around shooting the event, and they're just coming to kick it with us, which is weird, but it doesn't turn off. Like, we're sitting there just bullshitting, talking, and they're just ultra competitors. Like, it's always on. It's always on for them. Like, obviously they're there for the gala and for their foundations and all that stuff, but we're sitting there just talking, bullshitting around, talking about baseball, and they get back into it like this. It's just a switch they could turn on and off, and it's the most incredible thing ever because they're just always so dialed. They're always just on top of it. And literally, gala was on Thursday. Lance pitched on Friday, and he was like, "Yeah, this is how I'm going to work through this, this, and this, and I'm thinking about this, this, and this. I'll get with Maldy and Miller. But I'm thinking this. I'm like." Dude, I just asked like where the crab cakes were. Like that's all I asked. It's just like where's the crab cakes?
You try these crab cakes, the scallops,
yeah. Hey,
phenomenal.
You see the crab cakes? Just, send them this way. But yeah, it's just incredible. Like, and I don't think a lot of people realize just how ultra competitive these guys are. Like, yeah, we see them on commercials, we see them, do all this stuff, but like they hate losing. They literally hate to lose.
Well, think about it this way. When we had Ryan Stanek and his wife, Jessica, in the Apollo HQ to film, one of our Beyond the Diamonds, and I asked him the question about, did they tweak anything when he came over? Because they're, hey, should you ditch a two-seam, so forth and so on. And then he went into that spiel about, I don't even know how to explain it. It's on you can go back and look on YouTube and our YouTube channel.
The fastball rise or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, just him explaining that, it was so quick for him to
turn.
We're talking about movies, and then I ask him that question, and next thing you know, he's telling us about like I'm mind fucked. I don't even know what he meant by it. It's one thing I would love to learn more of. But yeah, that's just the competitiveness in these guys goes on and off like a light switch, like you said, and it's going to be in them forever. I mean, you and I are two competitive guys, but these dudes are doing at the highest level. It's insane.
They're a different animal for sure. And I think at the end, like you have a Urquidy, you have a Garcia, and you have a Javier that we haven't even mentioned to round it all out. Like, so
right.
This team is deep. You have a Hunter Brown, you have all these different guys in the pen. I think Stanny's ERA is like under his whip, which is crazy. You have a Montero and Neris and Presley that are just nails. You have a Seth Martinez who was this the odd man out after really showing up as a rookie, come back and not skip a beat. Maton is rounding in form. Like,
and let's not forget about what Brian Abreu is doing.
Brian Abreu. Will the real Brian Abreu please stand up? Because
let's not forget what he's doing. Yeah.
Wow. He was left for dead.
Does he have I don't even think I still don't think he has an ERA after the All-Star break. Like, I don't think he's given up a run. No, yeah, he was left for dead. People thought he was the odd man out.
They thought it was going to be DFA'd, like off the 40.
Yes.
And now he's a high leverage guy. And I tweeted about it last year. I was like, I believe in Brian Abreu. The stuff's there. Just needs to click. When he showed up overweight, I was still cheering for him. I was like, I mean, this is not a good look for my agenda when he showed up 25 pounds overweight for spring training, but he figured it out. And I think he's what, 24, 25 as well. Like it's incredible.
He's 25. Yeah, he's 25. He has, wow. I'm just scrolling, earn run. August, no earned runs. The last time he gave up an earned run was in July 13th against the Angels. So that's the last time. Last time he's given up a run.
2 full months.
Yeah. He's quietly arguably the best reliever in baseball right now.
Is having too many weapons a problem? Who do you what do you do? Like, you have 7 guys that can pitch this one leverage inning. How do you choose the right guy? I mean, I guess that's why they get paid the big bucks, but Jesus.
He hasn't given up an earned run since July 13th. He hasn't given up a run, just a run, since July 13th. Dude, it's September 13th as we record this, 2 months ago.
I named 6 guys before we talked about the guy that hasn't given up a run since July 13th. That's how deep this team is.
Arguably the best reliever in baseball right now.
And he's got some thighs, got some power thighs to him. He can get that fastball up. I bet you he's gonna let it rip in October around a hundo. I think we'll see a hundo. We'll see a hundo.
That first outing for him, that first pitch in October, especially at home.
101.
Dude, bro, he's going 101 Ched.
But it's gonna hit orbit in in the diamonds.
Right.
He's gonna let it rip.
Right. It's gonna, dude. He's gonna be chunking like he already does. But then when that adrenaline in October gets to pumping, we're gonna see 101. He makes a case for Dog of the Week.
He does.
We've got
honorable mention.
We've got some other candidates for Dog of the Week, but I think you and I decide it was tough.
This was tough.
It was tough. And again,
both friends of ours.
This is a new award that we debuted last week. Hunter Brown got the first one. It is the Dog of the Week. We're going to go with Kyle Tucker.
Kyle Tucker, come on down. Welcome to the second inaugural Dog of the Week, Kyle Tucker.
It's a weekly award. Since we're back to 2 times a week here on Beyond the Diamond podcast, we're going to be rolling into October, steamrolling the competition. And our second Dog of the Week weekly award goes to Kyle Tucker.
The second inaugural Dog of the Week. Just inaugural.
We need more dogs.
Kyle Tucker, friend of the program.
You got his stats in front of you because I had it and I lost.
Look, Kyle, we talked about this. I know we're gonna actually call you later to see how you want to accept this award. But we talked to Kyle in the offseason. We'll have to redrop that podcast and maybe get some double clicks on it. But maybe throw some Ched our way. I don't know. You came on Beyond the Diamond. Throw us maybe some miles, some points our way. Yeah, some miles.
What do you say?
Maybe some crab cakes. He's a 30-30 guy. I think he's going to be the MVP next year too. So is it the Beyond the Diamond bump? It could be, but I think that arbiters across the league have a problem because now I think we're become arbiters, and maybe they want to throw us some flights, some miles our way.
If I'm reading this correctly, he hit a bomb tonight.
He did a tank into Lake Erie.
Yeah, I saw Jordan hit a bomb into Lake Michigan.
He's teaming up. He's back.
Yeah. So
the streets are saying since we took the photo together that he's back. So I'm not saying it. Yeah.
You talking about Jordan?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Well, yeah, Kyle Tucker, I think, hey, that 30-30 mark's there. It's there for the take. He's got 25 bombs. And how many stolen bases?
27?
Let me look. Hang on. Let me look. Stolen bases. 22 stolen bases.
Oh, he needs to giddy up. Dude, Hunter Brown, as of now, is just letting it rip. Dude.
Yeah, letting it rip.
He just threw Baez in the 6th inning, a 94-mile-per-hour slider that broke about 2.5 feet. And Baez needed an oar to hit it. Just an absolute oar. And he's got his boys there. I think the entire Wayne State, the whole college is there.
Right.
I mean,
is it Wayne State or Wright State? It's Wayne
State. Both of them are there. Like it's impressive. Like we're deep, baby. We're so
Hunter
deep.
Brown. Yeah, you're right. Wayne State. Yeah, we said it on the pod. He's D2 guy. as you choke on the water. Look, so we got Kyle Tucker, Dog of the Week, coming up on the 30 for 30. Not 30 for 30, 30 bombs, 30 stolen bases. The boy, this guy's being dudes, man.
Guys being dudes. Dudes.
That's gonna do it for this edition. We're gonna be back in a couple of days. Okay. Do we have we have some topics for a couple of days from now? Thursday, we're gonna record. Right?
Yeah, I think we could talk about, we could tease it. This is what they call it, a teaser, right?
This is a professional tease.
The re-emergence of JP3 and Chaz, just wow, great at bats and great things you string together when you give the guy day after day playing time. Wild concept. I don't know what's going on there. Why are we playing him 4 days in a row when he just fucking rakes? Play the guy. And I guess we'll talk about Hunter Brown because his start will be done by then, and hopefully JV's back. Maybe.
Yeah.
So.
And how many games until the Astros can clinch a playoff spot? And how many games until they clinch the number 1 seed in the American League West?
Magic number episode.
And American League overall, the number 1 seed. That's next episode on Beyond the Diamond podcast. See, that's a professional tease.
Ooh, that was good.
Now I'm in radio mode. I like it, but
hey,
I like to let it rip.
Can we talk about your TikTok just real quick? Let's end it with your TikTok.
What TikTok?
You and Mr. Salisbury doing the midnight yell at 10 in the morning.
Look,
that was great.
Okay, so tell me, I know this is Beyond the Diamond.
Whoop!
And we've got Beyond the Gridiron coming soon.
Beyond the Gridiron coming soon.
But dude, tell me that A&M yell lead stuff, that midnight yell is not the most cringe shit you've ever watched in your life and heard.
I'm not one to talk down on college traditions. Like, you have it, whatever. Everyone know, if you knew about midnight yell, you knew about midnight yell, but now it's being out there. But it is cringe. But you can't try to scrub the internet when you're getting shit on.
Right.
They were DMCAing all these accounts. They were scrubbing all these accounts. They were trying to take that, and it only created more PR and more eyes on it. It was the exact opposite. They should have just leaned into it. What are you doing?
They tried to scrub that one, just the one specific of the guy going back and forth, talking about Appalachian State being hillbillies and all that. So instead, what happens?
The internet felt like 4 more.
Exactly. Then they bring out 4 more cringeworthy bullshit from these dudes that are walking back and forth. On Saturdays, they look like Cheesecake Factory waiters, and on Friday nights at Midnight Yell, they got overalls on that are too small, sizes too small, and it backfires.
We should get Sean his own personalized overalls for like a Christmas gift from Apollo to Sean.
We should 100% do that.
He's not gonna watch this at least this far into the episode.
He would wear them. I guarantee you, if we got it, he would wear them one day to the station. Guaranteed.
All right.
If we put Apollo HOU right here on the where the little buckles go up, put it right here, guarantee you he would wear them. He would wear them. Yeah, man.
We should get matching ones. We should match them.
Beyond the Diamond right here.
Yeah.
I'm in. Let's do it. Why not?
This episode's over. Kill it.
Is that it? We're done? We're done. We're out of here.
Out of here. See you guys on Friday.
We will record Thursday, drop it Friday.
Yeah.
Follow us on Twitter at ApolloDez1, at LaLima. It's ApolloDez1, right? We don't even have the one right
not
here.
Even the right one on there.
Josh, can you fix that?
Yeah. Can we get a producer, please?
Josh, can you? I don't. Still, I don't know. ApolloDez1 at LaLima79, of course, at Apollo HO. At Apollo. At Apollo HOU. That's gonna do it. We'll see you on a couple of days. Peace.
Love you guys.